Hi guys, let's play a bit with our friend SpiderMan. I probably could play the War-Torn Village missions, but I'll just keep on doing the missions that I should be doing right now. So let's go see what our friend Gordon wants. Let's actually warp. Um, let's see if I can pay for the generator. I guess not. I have a lot of characters, so it's kind of hard to keep track of all the characters that I've already paid for the generators and those that I haven't. I haven't used this character in a bit. Uh, that's what happens when you have too many characters. There's certain characters that you only use once in a while. I guess this is one of those. I hate when I do that. Aw, Batman put in a good word for me. Ain't he nice? It's been a while since I played in the PvP open world with a low-level character, so let's see if people are going to try to jump me or not. Probably not. The PvP open world has been pretty deserted for some time. Lately, when people have been wanting to do PvP, they've been doing it either in the Starro event mission, or right now the War Torn mission seems to be an option that a lot of people like using. Because somehow the time torn maps can be shared by both heroes and villains. If you're in the PvE open world, it doesn't really matter. It just means more players. But if you're in the PvP open world, holy crap, it can be brutal sometimes. As Adam West would say, sometimes you can never get rid of the bomb. I'm always on the lookout for trying new characters. I've been toying with almost the idea of making a Deadpool character, although Deadpool is pretty much Spider-Man with swords, if it makes sense. We'll see. I'll try to come up with maybe something different for a Deadpool character. I guess making it Lady Deadpool would be a first step. Or maybe some Deadpool from some alternate reality. I seem to recall in one Action Comics annual, I think, with Batman and Superman, they ended up fighting characters from Earth 3, I think. And they somehow met the Deathstroke from Earth 3, which was pretty much Deadpool. So maybe I could try and come up with that. I'm not sure how I would call it though. Deadpool from Earth 3 or something. I guess I'll. And just as a refresher, essentially I'm using powers and abilities that have to do with either with the agility skill tree, or things that kind of emulates Spider-Man's web shooters, like this here. So I think this is it for the bombs. So let's fight some clowns. It's been a while since I played some low-level missions. Oh, we'll level up. It's usually a nice change of pace from grinding endgame content. Well, let's take half a second to assign. Nah, no thank you. I would have used the backflip attack at some point, but sadly they've made it a supercharge, and now it's pretty much pointless to use. Same here. Well, this one has always been a supercharge, which is why I've never really used it. I guess I could use the zip tie, but I already have something similar. Let's see with martial arts. No, I don't really need those. So let's buy ourselves some resistance. It's only 10%, doesn't make that big of a difference, but every little bit helps, as they say. So let's see what next. Oh. I'm not sure why I only assigned one. There we go. I guess we could take a minute or two to talk about the upcoming Spider-Man film, Spider-Man Homecoming. The latest trailers have been very promising. They would have to do something really terrible for the movie to be bad, I think, because so far from what we've seen, it seems to be on the right track. And Marvel have a good track record so far. Even their not so good films are actually pretty good. Like some of their worst films, for most people, are probably Iron Man 2 or I'm trying to think of another one. Iron Man 2 or Thor 2, these are probably the films that most people don't think much of. They did have a pretty big misstep with Iron Fist. Pretty much everyone don't like that series very much. But that's from the TV division, so it doesn't really have anything to do with the films. Although they did find ways in the film, or so it seems, to upgrade Spider-Man's costume and make it work within the context of the Marvel Universe, I suppose. Having Tony Stark create some high-tech suit for Spider-Man, I guess sort of kind of makes some sort of sense. Although eons ago it would have been more someone like Dr. Reed Richards who would have done that kind of stuff. But the Fantastic Four are at Fox, so that couldn't really happen. Let's go to the roller coaster of doom. Let's see if. Nope. But it's going to be a bit strange to see Michael Keaton as the Vulture. We're used to him being the Batman, and especially considering that he just played Birdman also, which was kind of commentary on the state of superhero films, or films in general, and how superhero films seems to be taking over. I guess there's still a lot of people who hope that the superhero fad will pass, or we see superhero films as a fad and hope they will pass. It will pass. little friend, Full House. Sadly, we're not strong enough to fight him just yet. Oh yeah, level up. Let's see what we got. I guess we'll go for a gadget power. The battle display would give us some type of regenerative ability. At some point I would have gone with different abilities, but seeing how they're pretty much turning Spider-Man into a tech-based character, not just in the movies with Tony Stark upgrading his costume, but also in the comics with Peter Parker becoming essentially the new Tony Stark of the Marvel Universe. So let's see, do we go into Detent right away? Come on, there we go. Well, let's complete this side mission first, and next time we'll go into Detent. Should probably go back and reimprint my armors as well. We'll see. So let us go and secure some barrels. It's usually a quick mission. And as you may have noticed, I'm playing those missions as a controller. For a long time I wasn't really playing DPS. With my Magneto character I played up to tier 5, even tier 6, just playing controller. Never really playing DPS. There's a handful of exceptions, but they were just that, exceptions. But at some point, around tier 6, at some point during tier 6, it became much more difficult to play as a controller only. So I had to start playing as a DPS more and more as time went by. Basically, once we got advanced mechanics, and once the game started being balanced for the advanced mechanics, playing as a controller wasn't really an option. And that will be the last one. But I heard something when I was over here. Oh, there it is. I do have a truckload of exhibits right now, but I never pass up a free exhibit. And this area here was pretty much the place where I used to farm for exhibits. I haven't done so in a bit though. No. Oh, there we go. Usually it's a bit easier to farm for exhibits in this area with a flying character. Maybe I should make an updated version of that. An updated version of a video for that. So next time we'll go inside and we'll go fight a whole bunch of other clowns, and we'll go see our friend Harley Quinn and Robin. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.